Quick heads up, I do full chart readings at astrologyrideoftheday.com if you want to go deeper. All right, let's get to it.
Let me run it back. We started off with the source, God. You insert your choice of name, which is pure love energy. That love energy blew itself up into tiny little pieces in which me and you are made of, and it's our individual soul, but you still connected to the source. Because 2 dogs can't make a cat, and 2 cats can't make a bird, and 2 birds can't make a fish. So if we made of the source, that means we are still connected to the source. The reason it did this is for growth and evolving, and the way it does this is through experiencing itself through us. We are naturally spirits, and we are in the classroom for the soul, and we are here to go through and learn lessons. We learn these lessons from interacting with other souls in this classroom, or in other words, living. There's a lot more details to my beliefs, but you may get the gist of it. Now we're ready to move on to the Paul's way of astrology. I bring all of that into a chart when I look at it. I see life as we're all in our personal movie. Everyone around us is supporting actors and actresses in our movie, and I can see those people in your chart. The closer the people, the bigger the part they play in your movie, but still you're the star of the show. The people around you are helping you along your storyline. You also have to remember they are in their own movie as well. It's a lot of overlap. To learn something, you have to deal with it and see it in action and interact with it. The second lady I mentioned earlier in the podcast, I said I had to touch on some of this material to answer her question. She asked. The question was, why am I surrounded by Geminis? She has a sister, 2 kids, and a co-worker that are all Geminis. I looked at her chart. She has Saturn, life lesson, sitting in the 3rd house. The 3rd house in astrology is communication, and it's ruled by Gemini. Even though her Saturn sign was not in the sign of Gemini, it was sitting in a Gemini house. Clearly, there is something about communication this lady needs to learn. Who else to learn communication from than the sign that rules communication? By the way, the planet Mercury, which is how we think and communicate, rules 2 signs, Gemini, which she said she's surrounded by, and Virgo, which is the sign of her Saturn and is the sign of her husband. You see, this soul needs to learn about communication, and the universe surrounded her with the examples of Gemini, the masculine expression, and Virgo, the feminine expression of Mercury, God's messenger. The question is, will she resist what's in front of her face and refuse to take this energy on, creating a hell on earth, or will she take notice of these qualities and these examples around her and start taking on these qualities? Only time will tell. I forgot to tell you, we have a soul group. You heard the name soulmate before, but not all soulmates are romantic. Let's just call them our classmates that we've been traveling through space and time with for a little while. Your dad could have been your brother last time. You could have been your mom's mom last time, and you guys switched roles. That person you beat their ass in school could have kicked your ass last time. You could have made a contract between you guys that I'm going to help you build your confidence once we're down there. And I'm going to let you beat me up. I know that may sound silly, but remember the circle. Remember that movie, The Truman Show with Jim Carrey, when everyone knew he was being filmed but him? Well, it's kind of like that. But the other people are unaware they are in your movie. They are just playing their parts. I do have a bit of bad news for you. Another movie reference, Groundhog Day. Remember how the day kept repeating over and over until he finally got it? Well, the universe has plenty of time and bodies. You don't want to learn it this go around? No worries. The same issue will plague you next go around. I say you should probably strive to learn your lessons just to get a different movie next time. After a while, even a good action-packed movie gets boring on repeat. Back to the astrology now. When I look at a chart, I know we got lessons to learn and healing to do. Depending on the type of astrology you have, a few points to look at, like Saturn and North Node are the two big ones, but like EA astrology would say Pluto and South Node are big points, and even Chiron as well. Don't worry, this is all just names of planets and points in the chart. The sun, moon, rising, and the rest of the planets is the setup for your storyline. After the story is set up, it's pretty much grab your popcorn. Let's see how this is going to play out. Will they learn that lesson? Will they heal that wound? Will they become that phoenix that rises out of the ashes? When you think about it, it's really a beautiful setup. Let's just say God. Let's just say if you was God. And how many babies are born every day? Do you think you would want to be sitting around placing souls in each of these bodies? Or would you want to be out doing other godly things? I would want to be doing other godly things. So I would invent some type of system for placing souls in bodies. Well, pure love did it, and it used the planets. Why the planets? Because they are constantly moving. Even identical twins will be slightly different because of the time they were born. It takes 26,000 years for a birth chart to be duplicated. If you never thought you was unique, I would rethink that if I was you. I went on longer than I thought, so I'll make this the last thing. Earlier in the show, I made a comment, and it was an out of the circle statement that I met God. Most people laugh or look at me funny when I say this, but it's true. What has astrology done for me? Studying my chart has helped me find out who I am. When Moses asked the burning bush what his name was, the bush replied, "I am." Well, when I found out who I actually am, that was the moment I met God. Because God is not in some book or some building or rituals you do every holiday. God lives within each and every one of us. It's called the soul, which powers this body. We all have one source, and that one source is pure love energy that we are still connected to. You just have to look for it. Now, you all know why the name is I Am Astrology Readings, and why I end every podcast and blog with know thyself and balance your energy. Because when you know thyself, you will find God, and when you balance your energy, you will create a heaven on earth.
If you like these daily horoscopes and want one personalized for you, same style, 3 minutes, about your chart, you can book a first impression reading at IamAstrologyReadings.com for $25 and I'll record it, drop it right here on the feed. Tips is also welcome, even $1 helps. Full deep dive readings also available. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all at I Am Astrology Readings. My brother's gotta eat too. I appreciate you in advance.